I found out my sister tried to ruin my wedding 2 hours before I was supposed to walk down the aisle. Not days before. Not weeks. 2 hours. And the worst part? She didn't even try to hide it. She stood there, in the middle of the bridal suite, arms crossed, watching me fall apart. Like it was exactly what she wanted. "You really thought this would work?" she said. At first, I didn't understand what she meant. I thought maybe she was joking. Maybe she was nervous. But then she showed me her phone. And in that moment, everything I thought I knew about my family collapsed. Because the person trying to destroy my wedding wasn't a stranger. It wasn't a jealous ex. It wasn't even my fiancé. It was my own sister. And what she had done could have cost me everything. Before that day, I would have told you I had a good life. Not perfect, but stable. Safe. The kind of life you don't question because everything seems normal. My name is Ava. I was 29 years old, 2 hours away from marrying the man I believed I would spend the rest of my life with. His name was Daniel. We met 3 years earlier at a friend's engagement party. He wasn't the loudest person in the room. Not the type to demand attention. But there was something about him. Steady. Calm. The kind of man who made you feel safe just by being around him. After years of dating people who were unpredictable, inconsistent, and emotionally exhausting, Daniel felt different. He listened. He remembered small things. He showed up when he said he would. And for the first time in my life, I felt certain about someone. Which is why what happened on my wedding day hurt even more. Because it didn't just come from outside my relationship. It came from inside my family. If there was one person who had been a constant in my life, it was my younger sister, Lily. Lily was 26. Beautiful. Confident. The kind of person who walked into a room and immediately drew attention without even trying. Growing up, she had always been the favorite. Not in an obvious way, but in the small things. My parents laughed harder at her jokes. They worried more about her feelings. They excused her mistakes. While I was expected to be the responsible one. The understanding one. The one who knew better. I didn't resent her for it. At least, not back then. Because Lily had always been close to me. Or at least, I thought she was. We shared clothes. Secrets. Late-night conversations about life, relationships, and everything in between. When Daniel proposed to me, Lily was one of the first people I called. She screamed so loudly, I had to pull the phone away from my ear. "Oh my God. You're getting married." She showed up at my apartment that same night with wine and desserts. She hugged me like she meant it. "You deserve this," she said. "I'm so happy for you." And I believed her. Looking back now, there were signs. Small ones. The kind you don't notice unless you're looking for them. Lily asking a little too many questions about Daniel. What he did for work. How much he earned. Where we were planning to live after the wedding. At first, I thought she was just being curious. Protective, even. That's what sisters do, right? But then, there were moments that felt off. Like the time she insisted on coming to dinner with us. Or when she laughed a little too hard at something Daniel said. Or the way she looked at him when she thought I wasn't paying attention. I noticed it. Briefly. Then I pushed it away. Because it didn't make sense. Because that would mean something I didn't want to believe. And when you trust someone completely, your mind protects you from the truth. Wedding planning brought us even closer. At least, that's what I thought. Lily volunteered to help with everything. The dress. The venue. The guest list. The decorations. "She's lucky to have a sister like you," my mom said once. And I smiled. Because I believed that too. Lily came with me to every fitting, every tasting, every meeting with vendors. She had opinions about everything. Sometimes too many. But I told myself it was because she cared. Because she wanted my day to be perfect. There were moments, though, where her reactions didn't quite match the situation. Like when I found my wedding dress. I remember standing in front of the mirror, holding back tears. "It's perfect," I said softly. Lily smiled. But it didn't reach her eyes. "It's nice," she replied. Nice. Not beautiful. Not stunning. Just nice. At the time, I brushed it off. But now I realize. That was the first moment something shifted. Daniel, on the other hand, seemed completely unaware. He treated Lily like a younger sister. Friendly. Respectful. Never crossing any lines. Which made everything that happened later even harder to process. Because for a long time, I couldn't figure out when things started to change. Or if they ever really changed at all. The closer we got to the wedding, the more stressed I became. Finalizing details. Confirming vendors. Managing family expectations. It was overwhelming. And Lily was always there. Helping. Supporting. Reassuring me. "You're overthinking everything," she would say. "It's going to be perfect." And I wanted to believe her. I really did. Because this was supposed to be one of the happiest days of my life. A new beginning. A fresh start. A moment where everything finally came together. But what I didn't know was that while I was planning my wedding, someone else was planning something very different. And by the time I realized what was happening, it was almost too late. The morning of my wedding started exactly how I had imagined. Calm. Beautiful. Almost unreal. Sunlight poured through the windows of the bridal suite, casting a soft glow across the room. My dress hung carefully on the wall. My shoes were lined up neatly beneath it. Everything was exactly where it was supposed to be. For a moment, I stood there and just took it in. "This is really happening," I whispered to myself. My mom was moving around the room, adjusting things that didn't need adjusting. Nervous energy. My bridesmaids were laughing, sipping champagne, trying to keep things light. And Lily. Lily was standing near the window, scrolling through her phone. Quiet. Focused. I remember noticing it. Just for a second. Something about her felt different. But I didn't question it. Because why would I? It was my wedding day. Time started moving faster after that. Hair. Makeup. Photos. Messages from guests. Everything blurred together. Until there was a knock on the door. One of the bridesmaids opened it. "It's Lily," she said. I turned, smiling. "Come in." Lily walked in slowly. Too slowly. And that's when I saw her face. No excitement. No nerves. Just something else. Something cold. Something deliberate. "Can we talk?" she said. Her voice was flat. My stomach tightened. "Yeah, of course." I followed her into the small hallway outside the suite. Closed the door behind us. "What's wrong?" I asked. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she just looked at me. Studied me. Like she was waiting for something. Then she said it. "You really think you should be marrying him?" I laughed nervously. "What?" "I'm serious, Ava." My chest tightened. "Lily, what are you talking about?" And then, she pulled out her phone. "I think you should see this." Something in her tone made my heart start pounding. "What is it?" She didn't respond. She just turned the phone toward me. At first, I didn't understand what I was looking at. A message thread. A conversation. Between Daniel and someone saved as AL. My breath caught. Who is this? Lily didn't answer. She just watched my face as I scrolled. And the more I read, the colder my body felt. Messages. Late night conversations. Jokes. Flirting. Plans to meet. Dates. Times. And then, a message that made my vision blur. I can't wait to see you again. Last night was perfect. My hands started shaking. No, this doesn't make sense. I looked up at Lily. This isn't real. Her expression didn't change. It is. I shook my head. Daniel wouldn't. He did, she cut in. The words hit harder than I expected. I stared back at the screen, trying to find something. Anything that proved this was fake. Edited. Taken out of context. But everything looked real. Too real. My chest tightened. I need to talk to him. Lily nodded slowly. Yeah, she said. You probably should. But something felt off. Not just the messages. Lily. The way she was watching me. Not concerned. Not emotional. Just observing. Like she was waiting for me to break. And then it hit me. A thought I didn't want to think. Lily, I said slowly. Who is Dell? She didn't answer immediately. Just tilted her head slightly. And then, she smiled. A small, almost amused smile. You already know. My heart dropped. No. She held my gaze. Yes. The world around me went quiet. Like everything had been muted. You're lying, I whispered. I wish I was, she said. I stared at her. At my sister. The person I trusted more than anyone. You, and Daniel? She shrugged. It just happened. Just happened. Like it meant nothing. Like it wasn't destroying my entire life. How long? I asked. Her answer came too quickly. About 5 months. 5 months. While helping me plan my wedding. While standing beside me. While telling me she was happy for me. I felt like I couldn't breathe. You're joking, I said. You have to be joking. I'm not. Why would you do this? For the first time. Something shifted in her expression. Not guilt. Not regret. Something else. You really don't get it, do you? She said. Get what? She stepped closer. Lowered her voice. You've always had everything handed to you. I blinked. What? Mom and Dad think you're perfect, she continued. Responsible. Reliable. The good one. That's not. And now you are going to marry him, she said, cutting me off. Her tone sharper now. Someone like Daniel? My chest tightened. He's my fiancé. She laughed softly. Exactly. Everything started connecting in ways I didn't want it to. The questions. The looks. The constant involvement in the wedding. You planned this, I said slowly. Her silence confirmed it. You planned this, I repeated. She didn't deny it. Instead, she said something that made my stomach drop. I just gave you a chance to see the truth. The truth. You slept with my fiancé. She didn't flinch. You deserve to know who you're marrying. I stepped back, trying to process what was happening. My wedding. My fiancé. My sister. All collapsing at once. And then she said the one thing that changed everything. If you still marry him after this, that's on you. My heart pounded. What does that mean? She leaned in slightly. I didn't force him, she said. He chose me. Those words echoed in my head. Over and over again. He chose me. And suddenly, I realized something. This wasn't just about ruining my wedding. This was about replacing me. Taking my place. My life. I need to talk to Daniel, I said. Lily nodded. Go ahead. She turned back toward the bridal suite door. Then paused. And without looking at me, she added. Oh, and Ava. My throat tightened. What? You might want to hurry. Why? She glanced over her shoulder. And smiled. Because your wedding starts in less than 2 hours. I stood there. Frozen. Heart racing. Mind spinning. Because now I had 2 choices. Walk down that aisle. And pretend none of this happened. Or face the truth. And risk losing everything. But what I didn't know yet was that this wasn't even the worst part. Because what I was about to discover next would make this betrayal look small. I don't remember how long I stood there. Seconds. Minutes. It all felt the same. My hands were still shaking. My heart wouldn't slow down. And the words kept replaying in my head. He chose me. Not a mistake. Not confusion. A choice. I walked back into the bridal suite. Everything looked the same. Same sunlight. Same laughter. Same music playing softly in the background. But nothing felt the same. It felt like I had stepped into a completely different reality. You okay? One of my bridesmaids asked. I forced a smile. Yeah, just needed some air. My voice sounded distant. Even to me. My mom glanced at me from across the room. You look pale, she said. Sit down before you ruin your makeup. I nodded. Sat down. But I wasn't really there. Because all I could think about was one thing. I need to talk to Daniel. I pulled out my phone. My hands still trembling. Called him. It rang once. Twice. Then, hey, he answered. His voice was calm. Normal. Like nothing had happened. Where are you? I asked. Just getting ready, he said. Why? I swallowed. I need to see you. There was a pause. Then, Ava, we're going to see each other in like an hour. No, I said quickly. Now. Another pause. Longer this time. Is everything okay? He asked. That question almost made me laugh. Almost. Just come to the side entrance, I said. We need to talk. 10 minutes later, I was standing in a quiet hallway near the back of the venue. Away from the guests. Away from the noise. Away from everything. I heard footsteps. Slow. Measured. And then he appeared. Daniel. Dressed in his suit. Looking exactly like the man I was supposed to marry. For a split second, I felt something break inside me. Because part of me still wanted this to be a misunderstanding. Still wanted him to explain everything. Still wanted to believe him. What's going on? He asked. Concern in his voice. Concern. I stared at him. And then I held up my phone. His messages. His words. His betrayal. His expression changed instantly. Not confusion. Not surprise. Recognition. How long? I asked. My voice was steady now. Too steady. He exhaled slowly. Ava. How long? I repeated. A beat. Then. A few months. My chest tightened. 5. He didn't answer. Which was answer enough. I nodded slowly. Okay. Silence stretched between us. Heavy. Uncomfortable. You were going to marry me, I said. It wasn't a question. He ran a hand through his hair. It's complicated. I let out a soft breath. No, I said. It's really not. I studied his face. Looking for something. Anything. Regret. Guilt. But all I saw was calculation. Like he was trying to figure out what to say next. What version of the truth would benefit him the most. And then he said something that made everything click. I didn't plan for this to happen. Not I'm sorry. Not I made a mistake. Just, I didn't plan for this. And Lily? I asked. He hesitated. That hesitation told me everything. It just happened, he said. The same words she used. Like they had rehearsed it. Like they were reading from the same script. I felt something inside me shift. Not break. Shift. Because in that moment, the pain started turning into something else. Clarity. Do you love her? I asked. Another pause. I don't know. That was the final piece. Not loyalty. Not love. Just convenience. Opportunity. I nodded. Again. Slowly. Calmly. And that's when he made his biggest mistake. We can figure this out, he said. Figure what out? This doesn't have to ruin everything. I stared at him. Everything is already ruined. He stepped closer. Lowered his voice. Ava, listen. I care about you. Care. That word felt empty. Like it didn't belong in this conversation. We can still go through with the wedding, he continued. And then. I blinked. Wait. He stopped. And then what? I asked. He hesitated. Again. Then said. We can deal with everything else later. For a second. I didn't even process what he had just suggested. Are you serious? I asked. I'm trying to protect you, he said. Protect me? By marrying me while you're sleeping with my sister? His silence said everything. And that's when it hit me. Fully. Completely. This wasn't just betrayal. This was manipulation. He didn't want to lose the wedding. The image. The stability. The life we had built. But he also didn't want to let go of Lily. He wanted both. I took a step back. Looked at him. Really looked at him. And for the first time, I saw him clearly. Not the man I fell in love with. Not the man I trusted. But who he actually was. Thank you, I said quietly. He frowned. For what? For telling me the truth. Even if it wasn't the full truth. It was enough. I turned. Started walking away. Ava, he called after me. I didn't stop. Because I already knew something he didn't. Something neither of them knew. This wedding was not going to go the way they expected. I walked back toward the bridal suite. My mind racing. But not in panic anymore. In strategy. Because now, I had a choice. Not just whether to walk down the aisle. But how. When I opened the door, everything was still the same. Laughter. Music. Champagne glasses clinking. But this time, I saw it differently. Like I was standing outside my own life. Watching it. My mom smiled when she saw me. "There you are," she said. "We were starting to worry." I nodded. "Everything's fine." And for the first time that day, I wasn't lying. Because something inside me had settled. Across the room, Lily looked up. Our eyes met. And in that moment, she knew. She knew I had talked to him. She knew I knew everything. And she was waiting. Waiting to see what I would do. Waiting to see if I would break. But I didn't. Instead, I smiled. And that confused her. I could see it. The slight shift in her expression. The uncertainty. Because that wasn't what she expected. And that's when I realized something. They thought they had control of this situation. They thought they had already won. But they had no idea that I was about to change everything, because what I was about to do next was something neither of them would ever forget. I sat down in front of the mirror. My reflection stared back at me. Perfect hair. Perfect makeup. Perfect dress. And a life that, just an hour ago, had felt perfect too. But now everything was different. Behind me, I could hear the room buzzing. Laughter. Music. Voices overlapping. But all of it felt distant. Muted. Because in that moment, I wasn't thinking like a bride anymore. I was thinking like someone who had nothing left to lose. "Ava," my mom said softly. "It's almost time." I looked up at her through the mirror. And smiled. A real smile this time. I know. What she didn't know, what nobody in that room knew, was that I had already made my decision. Not just about the wedding, but about how it was going to happen. I stood up slowly, smoothed out my dress, took a deep breath, and turned toward the door. As I walked out into the hallway, I saw Lily standing there. Waiting. Of course she was. Her eyes locked onto mine immediately. Searching. Analyzing. Trying to figure out what I was about to do. "You talked to him," she said. It wasn't a question. I nodded. "I did." A small pause. "And," she asked. I held her gaze. "And you were right." That caught her off guard. I saw it. The slight widening of her eyes. The flicker of confusion. Because again, that wasn't the reaction she expected. "I knew it," she said softly. But there was hesitation in her voice now. Uncertainty. Because something felt off. "Thank you," I added. Now she looked completely thrown. "For what?" "For showing me the truth." I stepped closer. Just enough that only she could hear what I said next. "You just didn't realize which truth you were showing me." Her expression shifted. Slightly. But enough. "What does that mean?" she asked. I smiled. "You'll see." And then, I walked past her. The music started. The doors opened. And suddenly, everything became very real. Guests stood. Turning. Watching. Smiling. The aisle stretched out in front of me. And at the end of it was Daniel. Standing there in his suit. Looking exactly like the man everyone believed him to be. For a brief second, our eyes met. And I saw it. Relief. He thought I was still going through with it. He thought I had chosen to ignore everything. To protect the image. To protect him. Lily stepped into position beside the bridesmaids. I could feel her eyes on me. Watching. Waiting. And then I started walking. Slow. Steady. Controlled. Every step deliberate. Every movement intentional. The music played. Soft. Emotional. Everything looked perfect. Exactly how it was supposed to be. Until it wasn't. Halfway down the aisle, I stopped. The music faltered. Guests shifted. Confused murmurs filled the room. Daniel's smile faded. "What are you doing?" he whispered. I turned. Not toward him. But toward the guests. Toward everyone. Family. Friends. People who had come to celebrate something that didn't exist. "I'm sorry," I said. My voice echoed slightly in the room. "But before this continues, I think everyone deserves to know the truth." Silence. Complete silence. I reached into my bouquet. Pulled out my phone. And then, I turned toward the large screen behind us. The one that was supposed to display our wedding photos. Gasps filled the room as the screen flickered. Then changed. Messages. Photos. Proof. Daniel's conversations. Late-night texts. Plans. Lies. Everything. And then, the final image. Daniel. And Lily. Together. The room erupted. Gasps. Whispers. Voices rising. Shock spreading like wildfire. I turned slowly. Looked directly at Daniel. His face had gone pale. Completely pale. "What is this?" someone shouted. Then I looked at Lily. And for the first time, she didn't look confident. She didn't look in control. She looked exposed. "This," I said calmly, "is why there won't be a wedding today." Chaos broke out. My mom stood up. "What is going on?" Daniel stepped forward. "Ava, stop." "No," I said firmly. "You don't get to control this anymore." He froze. Lily tried to speak. "This isn't what it looks like." I laughed. A quiet, almost disbelieving laugh. "Really?" I stepped closer to her. "You spent months trying to take my place." My voice dropped. Soft. Sharp. "You just didn't realize. I was never going to let you keep it." Her mouth opened. But no words came out. Because for the first time, she had lost control of the story. Daniel looked around. At the guests. At the screen. At the damage. And he realized it too. They hadn't won. They had been exposed. Completely. Publicly. Irreversibly. I took a step back. Looked at both of them. And felt something I hadn't felt all day. Peace. "Congratulations," I said quietly. "You deserve each other." And then, I turned. Lifted my dress slightly. And walked back down the aisle. Not as a bride. But as someone who had just taken her life back. Behind me, everything fell apart. Voices raised. Arguments exploded. Families choosing sides. Truth spreading faster than anyone could contain it. But I didn't look back. Not once. Because I already knew something they were just beginning to understand. Winning isn't always about keeping something. Sometimes, it's about knowing when to walk away. Weeks later, I heard what happened. Daniel's reputation took a hit. Not just personally. Professionally. People talk. Especially about things like that. Lily? She lost more than she expected. Friends. Trust. Family respect. And me? I didn't get the wedding I planned. But I got something better. The truth. And sometimes, that's the only thing you actually need. As for moving on, let me know in the comment section how I can fasten this healing process.